Well, hello YouTube. How's it going out there, guys? My name is Jared Fuller. Today is Sunday, August 16th, 2020. Today is my niece Angel's birthday. Happy 23rd birthday, Angel. Uncle Jared loves you. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Thank you for the message and messenger. I appreciate that very much. Dad and Amy are still sleeping. But I decided to do the Sunday video update a little earlier than I usually would. Last week I didn't get to it until late because we had company and I didn't want to get them in the shot or whatever. Maybe one day I'll have an extra guest in the Sunday video update other than Dad and Amy. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Excuse me. So I hope you all had a wonderful week. My week was, it was okay. Dad and Amy went to the Owasso Speedway last night, and I stayed home. I cooked supper. We had potato patties and Velveeta macaroni and cheese and fish sticks. While they were gone, I cooked, and no complaints. And then after I cooked supper, I decided I'm going to go for a ride. I don't want to sit around here by myself all night. So I was just out riding around. I went to the Partialburg Bridge. I went through Chesnang. I didn't go through Oakley. I actually went around Oakley. And I took all back roads back out to M52, if you're familiar with Shiawassee County. I went, where Partialburg is, and then I went down Niver Road and Havana Road to Franchi Road, back south to, what's the name of that road? Johnstone Road. Had a moment there, and then Franchi turns into Seymour when it goes into Shiawassee County, and then eventually you hit 6 Mile Creek, and then you come back out to 52. So I was just out taking back roads, and I went as far as Judville Road on 52, just north of Owasso. Went out to Carland, went down to 21 the way I would normally take to Lansing, and figure, well, I'm this far, I might as well just go through Ovid. So I came through Ovid, and I figured, well, I'm this far, might as well just go to Lansing. So that's what I did. Late last night, these guys were gone, so, of course, and I didn't tell them where I was, but I did go by the racetrack, the Owasso Speedway, where they were at, and, yeah, I decided to go to Lansing. I drove around Lansing for a little while. It was about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And it was fun. It's different at night, especially when all the city lights are illuminating the landscapes and everything. It's a whole different environment at night. But it was fun. It was nice just to get out for a little while. I visited with family, and earlier last week, I visited with my cousins and visited with my uncle for a little while, and it was nice. It was a lot of fun. Normally I don't mind keeping to myself, but, there are moments when I want to get out and I want to, see relatives, family and friends and things like that, because it does get lonely sometimes. It does get lonely sitting around the house, and especially when you're by yourself. But even when I'm not by myself, I still get lonely for my friends. I get lonely for people. I get lonely for, communication from other people that I speak to. I mean, I live with Dad and Amy, of course, but we see each other on the daily. They want to see other people and socialize with other people. I want to socialize with my friends as well. We all have our other network of friends outside of the house. And we have our family members. We have relatives, and my brother comes over on occasion, not all the time. But it's nice to see other people when you're stuck in a house. It's just the three of us, and we're constantly seeing one another. We're passing through each other in the house. Where one of us is waiting to use a bathroom until the other one gets out. It's that kind of environment, which I don't mind, because if I lived alone, then I would truly be alone, and I would have nobody. And that's part of the reason why I haven't left here. I've lived here as long as I think Angel's been alive. So I kind of got into a little bit of a history there for you, but that's okay. But anyway, last night I went to Lansing. and it was a nice ride. I got a couple of emails yesterday from my former oncologists, because I emailed them first, and I just wanted to remind them about September being Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And of course, they were already aware because they're pediatric oncologist hematologists, or as we refer to them as hemonc. They are fully aware, and we had a very nice, beautiful conversation in email. So Dr. Scott and Dr. Gira, thank you for the conversation. I really enjoy our conversations. I am indebted to them for the rest of my life because they have given me a second lease on life, and I'm going to spend the rest of this second life trying to figure out ways to make it right with them, how to make it up to them, because they are amazing, top-notch, stellar professionals, and I'll praise them all day long. They're deserving of that praise. Anybody who saves someone else's life is deserving of some kind of praise, although, you know, I'm always saying how much I don't like all the focus and attention on me, which, you know, I don't. But I figure there's people who want to watch my YouTube videos, and they're, you know, I'm just giving a detailed description of my week in review, instead of doing, you know, every so often like I did last week. I had put together that video about Milk Tyson, by the way, who is the exact antithesis of what I would support, but he's still out there, you know, trying to make a name for himself by using kids as his pawns, and then he's planning on going to Oklahoma, which makes me even more disgusted because I have friends out there in the childhood cancer world who are so excited to meet him, and it makes me sick to my stomach. And if you know who you are watching this and you're excited to meet him, you're fucking sick. That you want a sexual predator around your child, but, you know, not my kid, not my problem. But just don't think I'm going to defend that, because I'm not. I'm in opposition to it. You know, that kind of thing, even when evidence is presented and then you're going to deny the evidence, that just makes you ignorant. And you want to come at me and say, well, that's 1,000% false. No, it's not. No, it's not. He admitted to it on a podcast. He admitted to it. And speaking of the podcast, I did share a link in that video, but when you click on it, it says it's not available. But there are clips from the original podcast that I decided to save for the video that I put together about this deranged, disgusting maggot who is leeching off of vulnerable people. And of course, these people who support him and defend him and praise him, they're not going to see him in the way that he should be seen. Because, oh, he's a celebrity who got the kids on the other show. Well, first of all, he's not a fucking celebrity. Just because you sold weed to actual celebrities doesn't in any way, shape, or form make you a celebrity. Guess what? I have friends who are in the acting business. I have friends who are in they have wonderful connections with musicians. I have friends who are musicians, and they're recording artists. Those are the celebrities. You, sir, are a wannabe who failed miserably in life, and now your last attempt at trying to make yourself famous, your last attempt at fame, is by preying on desperate, vulnerable people whose children are sick. And that, sir, makes you fucking disgusting. Just being a sexual predator and proclaiming that and being proud of that makes you sick. You're a pervert. You're disgusting. And I'm not going to shut up about it because people like him need to be exposed. And, you know, that's that. Just like I was threatened by the FBI. Or I was threatened not by the FBI, I was threatened with the FBI. I had to correct that. I'm not under investigation for anything, by the way. But I was threatened with the FBI by a guy who... He told me that if I mentioned his name in my video or his nonprofit organization in my video, that he's going to get the FBI after me, and I'm advising you to stop. Sorry, Tom Mitchell, I can't do that. But, oh, oops. Did I just say his name? too fucking bad. Whatever. Oh, by the way, you're not the center of attention. You're not the center of the universe. There's actually other people out there who are doing things other than you. And you're not God, you know? There's other people out there who are doing miraculous, marvelous things, and you're just one person. So it's not all about you. So, got that out of the way. It is, let me see what time it is here. It is 9:45. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here. I just wanted to come on real quick and put together my Sunday video and just kind of talk about a few things. It looks like it's going to rain today. They're talking about a cool-off. We lost power, actually, on Friday night. A strong thunderstorm had come through, knocked power out. We didn't get power back until just before midnight. It was like 5 to 12. And it was pitch black for a little while. It was really dark. But eventually we got power back, obviously. And so here I am doing my Sunday video update. Everything here is good. I'm in a very good mood. I'm in a very happy-go-lucky mood. And, you know, there's going to be someone out there who's going to try to tarnish that and bring me down, and they're going to I'm going to get all kinds of hate mail after this video, especially from Tom Mitchell, because he told me not to mention his name. Too bad. My name gets mentioned in places that I wouldn't dare to think about, or, you know, and I don't care. I don't care, because I'm Jered Fuller. I'm a guy who's very outspoken about bullshit, and I call out atrocities and absurdities, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. If you're not open to a little bit of constructive criticism, that's your problem, homie. It's not mine. And someone's phone just dinged. Probably Amy's. But you know what? That's your fucking problem. You know, the center of the universe is not you. I'm not the center of the universe. I live in a world where I have to share space and time with 8 billion other people. You know, my actions are incumbent on the result of how it affects other people, which means that I help people because I like to help people, not to brag and gloat about it and get my ego stroked on Facebook, like you do, by the way. I actually just help people because it's the right thing to do. I don't need validation for doing things that I do. So, I don't really know what else to talk about. I pretty much hit a couple of main points, and you know, the thing is when you let people make veiled threats, when you let people come at you and say, you can't say my name, you can't say this, and you can't say that, yes, I fucking can. Yes, I can. Because if you can come at me with something, and if you can do what you're doing free at large, and I don't agree with it, I have a right to speak out about it. You know? When you do things publicly, you kind of give people license to talk about things. You give people license to respond to your nonsensical positions or your thoughts or how you're doing things or saying things. You give people the license to respond. There's people who respond to my videos all the time. I've received all kinds of hate mail in email form in my life. I've received lots of email, including Tom Mitchell. He made a cheap shot about my mental health. And yet he's on Facebook preaching kindness all day, every day, which makes him a hypocrite. But anyway, it's when you put out content or when you say something, you give people license to reiterate or to have something to say about what you say or do. So, you know, that's the way that goes. And like I said, there's people who are free to respond in any way they want about me. I really don't care. I'm out here living my life. I'm doing what I need to do to make myself a better person, not by putting people down. That doesn't make me feel better. But if you're going to put me down, you know what? You get what you give. If you're going to throw something at me, I'm going to throw something right back at you. That's how that works. And when I'm actually getting along with people and I'm actually making peace with people, you know, I can actually, I'm bettering myself, I'm energizing my positive attitude, and I don't need to put it out there for the world to know that I'm helping somebody. I just do what I do. That's it. You know, you do what you do. You don't have to get praise and recognition for it. Just do what you do. You know, I would actually respect people more if they would do things without, you know, because the minute you put it on Facebook, and I've said this numerous times this week, in weeks past, I need another cup of coffee. I have said this numerous times in weeks past. The minute you put your good deed on Facebook or social media of any kind, even YouTube, the minute you put it here, that immediately makes me question your motives for even doing it in the first place, because if you really and truly cared about people, the validation is already within yourself. Validation should be internal, not external. And if you're doing this for external purposes, then your reasons for doing it at all are shit. You're using people's calamity and downfall to better your ego and to improve your image on the internet. That is a crock of shit. And that's what I speak out against. And if you don't like that, that's tough. Then reevaluate some things, because there's people out here who actually will help you or help other people without the need to put it, you know, to plaster it all over social media or even put it on YouTube. We do things to help people because helping people is what human beings are supposed to do. By nature, we're supposed to help one another. It's not the case. We live in a very vast, robust world where people of all walks of life are, you know, good or bad. I mean, I like to think we're all good people. Good people make bad decisions all the time. But we live in that kind of a world where we could honestly come together. And not in a predatory way, like Mike Tyson. Not in a show pony kind of a way like Tom Mitchell. You come together to do what is right, to do what's expected of human decency. This is what we do. We all come together, we help. We don't do it to look good. We do it because it's what we're supposed to do. Period. I don't care about looking good. Obviously, I may be missing teeth, but I'm not losing brain cells. And I'm not missing brain cells. I know exactly what the fuck I'd be talking about. Jack. But anyway, those are just my thoughts and my opinions. And by the way, you can threaten me with FBI, National Guard, Supreme Court, local county sheriff. You can threaten me with anything you want. Doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid. You know? It's just... It's just really amazing to me how grown men use social media to exercise their machismo by, you know, acting all tough and puffing out their chest. Facebook is good window dressing. Facebook is looking through a window of someone's life, and the people who live behind or live in those windows, live behind those windows, they can give it any dressing that they want to make their lives look good. Deep down, there's something internal going on which causes them to put on a facade. And, oh, kindness is this and kindness is that. But here's the thing. If you're going to preach kindness, the least you can do is demonstrate kindness. With Mike Tyson, that's too late because he's already shot himself in the foot, at least with me and many of my friends, many other people who are aware of the kind of leeching ass con artist that he is. And heads up, Tulsa, Oklahoma, you got a sexual predator on the way. And if you think that's okay for him to be around your kid, then, as I said in the video, remove yourself the fuck out of my life, because I don't want people like you who are defending sex predators in my circle. And you can stop going on Facebook with a Save the Children, Save Our Children hashtag, because if you're going to do that while simultaneously allowing for this maggot to come around your kids, you too also are a hypocrite. Because there's no way I would let someone like that around my children. Ever. Oh, but Jered, that was in the past. He's a changed person. That could have been someone's child he sexually harassed. That could be your child. You still going to defend him? I'd hate to see, you people who defend Mike Tyson, I'd hate to see how you would actually come to the defense of a registered known child molester. Oh, well, he gave me $10,000. Oh, he gave me $25,000. Oh, he bought me a fucking Maserati. Are you going to defend a child molester then? You still going to defend that? Just curious. Just something to think about. Because it's no different. It's no different. Sexual harassment is predatory behavior. I pointed that out any number of weeks in my videos, and this week is going to be no different. I've had it with people who are, you want to do good things in the world? Cool. You don't need to post it on Facebook. You are not the center of the universe. You don't need your ego stroked. You put on a facade because you internalize the thumbs and the hearts. That's all fake shit. Oh, by the way, with Facebook being fake, it's a superficial platform. You don't go on a superficial platform and preach how real you are. And, oh my God, I am so ethereal. I am above and beyond everybody else because I'm doing something that, I don't know, over 1 billion people are on Facebook, but somehow you are the most obscure and rare out of 8 billion. That's what each and every one of the 1 billion people on Facebook believe. There's actually 7 billion. The Earth's population, I'll look it up. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is there's over 1 billion people on Facebook. But somehow you are so rare and you're so obscure. That's what all the other people on Facebook believe too. We're all obscure and rare from one another, each other. We're all something special. Like this, the universe is built just for me because of my greatness, and I'm so amazing. That's horseshit. We're all the same in regards that we put our pants on one leg at a time. We eat, breathe, piss, and shit the same. We all fart. We all burp. We all do the same things that the next guy does. We're not special. We're not different. We're not anything, we're not anything important. We're just people. We're not here because we're meant to be here. We're here on chance. That's really the way it is. And I want to put out. There's something else I wanted to put out. I did mention Tom Mitchell, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to beat up on the guy. Because in seriousness, in reality, his daughter, his daughter passed away from cancer. And, I feel bad about that. I really and truly feel bad about that. He's out there trying to make a difference in the honor and legacy and memory of his daughter. And I don't want to down that. Because, he's probably going through things that I would never know. And I'd be the first one to say all the time, every day, that my advocacy stops when it comes to bereaved parents, because they're going through things or thinking things or feeling things that I couldn't possibly understand unless I had gone through that myself. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I know what he's thinking and feeling, because that would be unfair and it'd be dishonest. And I know he's watching the video. But I want him to also understand that while he is doing what he's doing in the memory and honor and legacy of his daughter who passed away, and I feel bad. I really and truly, I feel bad. I feel bad. Okay? I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna denounce it. But what I'm talking about is the fact that you have your nonprofit organization, that's great. Help people. That's what nonprofit organizations are meant to do. That's what they're about. That's what they're meant to do. Help people. But it's another thing when now you got this extra thing, the Two Feather Society, which is obnoxious. Nobody needs to be a part of a stupid little after-school club. It's now you just want to be this master of sorts. Now you got to find a way to make it all about you, because the way people treat you, they exalt you, they grovel at your feet, they think you're just the greatest thing that ever happened since sliced bread, and I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. You're not above or beyond anybody else, dude. You're no different than anybody else. I don't know if the external validation, the dopamine, because you have an ego, and you make it known, and you've made it known to me. You flail this around like it's nobody's business. I don't know if the likes and the hearts are a way to ease the pain of whatever pain you're feeling, and I'm not making light of that. I'm truly, from the bottom of my heart, I am not making light of that delicate situation. I'm not. But is that a way to heal the pain of what you feel? Are you drunk on dopamine? That's what Facebook is. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm actually being sincere. Is this a way to ease the pain? That very well may be the case. And I don't want to, I don't want to sound like a jerk, and I know I have. And like I said, the hate mail is going to be flooding in my inbox. It's a risk I'm willing to take because I am tired of biting my tongue about people like this. All my friends, my supposed to be friends, they put him on a pedestal. They think he's the greatest thing that ever happened. They do the same shit with Mike Tyson. They put him on a pedestal, and oh, great one, he is the shepherd, and we're the sheep, and we're supposed to just crawl up his ass and stroke his ego and kiss his butt, and we're supposed to exalt him and praise him. And no, I'm sorry. Facebook is a fake environment. It should be called fake book, or as I had once given it, facade book, because that's really what it is. It is a facade. It's people who can pretend as if everything is okay, that they're living such a perfect life, putting shit on social media, when in reality, their life is shit. And the thing about Facebook, too, is that you have people like the two guys I just mentioned. They post things that are carefully calculated because they know it's going to resonate with people's opinions that are already in place. And, well, if I reinforce the opinions of all these people, that's going to give me instant gratification with the dopamine. The thumbs and the hearts are going to just start popping up in the woodwork, and that's going to make me feel good and special because I need to know that from total and complete fucking strangers. That's what's weird. That's what's weird. You're a good person by nature if you care about people. If you're not a predator, if you're not someone who's going to take advantage of a person's desperation just to have your ego stroked and to make yourself look good on the internet, if you're someone who really and truly cares about other people and you want to help people despite the fact that there's some popularity contest going on in the childhood cancer world, guess what? Then you're a good person and you might have an ounce of my respect, although at this point now it doesn't really matter. But it's all ego. It's all ego. And there's lots of things I do for people that I don't mention here or elsewhere, because it's nobody's fucking business what I do, and it's nobody else's fucking business who I help. That's between me and the person I help. That the whole world doesn't need to know. It's a facade. It is a shit show. Just like CareFest. It is bullshit. It is a performance. Much like Facebook, it is a performance. Nothing more. It is a performance. It's because it resonates with people's opinions that they already have of something. It's not, CareFest. The name itself is misleading because there's no cure. If we had a cure for a panacea for all childhood cancer, then I would support a CareFest. But the name in and of itself is a fucking lie, because there is not a cure for all cancers affecting children. And what does dancing and famous musicians and singers, what does that have to do with anything? Oh, well, we're raising money to go to cancer research. So what's the holdup? Everybody was all jumping for joy when Trump signed the STAR Act, which, what the fuck good that did, because children are still dying. Childhood cancer is still horribly underfunded. Big hairy whoop-de-fucking-do. And Trump, he what's the word I'm looking for? He exploited a child just to make a point. I mean, it's all a fucking show. Because people are gullible enough as it is that they are willing to believe everything. They are willing to follow everything. They fall into these god-awful traps where, oh my God, he is just so amazing. He is so great. No, he's not. People are internally selfish. We all are. Everybody is. Even me. We're all internally selfish. We got to do what's best for moi. But here's the thing. I help people in secret. That makes me feel good because I help them. And I have enough integrity and fucking dignity to say, you know what? I have helped people. I do help people. But the whole world doesn't need to know. Mike Tyson right now is doing interviews. And it's all on camera. And this is not about your children. By the way, this was never about your children. This was about the people who are in competition with one another because they have an ego to have stroked and a reputation to protect. That is it. It's a show. It is a great big facade. It is a fucking circus where people are putting on performances, constantly competing with each other. Childhood cancer activism and advocacy has turned into a fucking blood sport, which is why I don't call myself an advocate anymore. It's a joke. It's a circus. It's a freak show. Help people without worrying about what everybody else is doing. Just go out there, do your thing, leave well enough alone with the ego stroke and the hearts and the thumbs and, oh my God, I'm just so amazing. And the people who comment, the people who comment on these guys' posts, oh my God, you're just so simply amazing, Milk. Oh my God, Tom, you're just so amazing. Like, oh my God, the stars are in alignment because of you. You people are just as fucking stupid and gullible. If I looked at something right now, a comment or whatever, a thread, while drinking my coffee, I would probably spit my coffee everywhere laughing because you people are fucking stupid. I don't know. I'm going to get all kinds of hate mail for this one. But I really don't care. I don't care. Anymore, I just don't care. I've given up caring about what people are going to do because they try to instill fear. Well, you better be quiet or your veiled threats do nothing for me, bro. They do nothing. But in any event, Amy's over there snoring. Dad, he's still snoozing. I don't know what my plans are for today, actually. I'm thinking I might go visit with family today. I don't know. Go uptown, Chesaning, see what's going on, visit with my cousins for a little while. But yeah, some things just need to be said. And like I said, I know I'm going to be attacked in email or whatever. Bring it on. I'll take the heat. I'll take the blows. I survived cancer. I highly doubt that, veiled threats are going to make much of a difference to me anyhow. I don't know. I just wish people would not, Facebook is what really killed humanity. It has made people dumber. Social media, if you're someone who actually follows science and you believe that evolution is true, I tend to think that social media is working to reverse the process of evolution. Because people have gotten dumber. They have reduced their worth to this and to this, which should mean nothing at fucking all. You're still a person away from social media. You are still a worthy individual. You are still capable of doing things for other people without the need to come back to Facebook because I need to feel good about myself. I need for total and complete strangers to tell me how wonderful I am. There's something going on there. You know what makes you a good person? Doing good things. Milk Tyson, it's too late. Tom Mitchell, yeah. I believe deep down Tom Mitchell's a good guy. I really and truly think he is a good person. But it's just, after he came at me making fun of my mental health, making cheap shots, he is a good person. I want to believe that he is a good person. We actually talked. Tom Mitchell and I actually had a brief conversation in Messenger, because I did praise him. I told him, this was years ago, I told him, I said, you're doing a good job, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I still believe that, Tom, if you're watching. I still believe that you're a good person. You have potential. You're still helping people. You're still making a difference. But listen, man, listen. Just listen for a minute. I'm not trying to sound like a dick. Okay? I'm really not. But you can do things in the world without the need to have your ego stroked. I know that's what it is. It's ego. You got to find a way to feel good about yourself, but you're missing the point that helping people in and of itself, that's how you get the validation. That's how you feel good about yourself. Like, yeah, I helped somebody. I made a difference in somebody's life. I made the difference. I helped them somehow. I can't give them the stars or the moon or the mountains, but god damn, I could give them some of my time. I can offer my resources. I can do things to make a difference in somebody's life. That alone should be the feeling that you feel in your heart, man. Not going on Facebook the minute you post it or the minute you join my little society. Come on, man. Please. Now it's just a ploy for attention. You want to be the center of everybody's attention, and you just have a massive ego. No one else has the balls to say it, but I'm going to. And like I said, I'm willing to take the shots. I'm willing to take the hits. Someone's got to say it. Milk Tyson, on the other hand, he's just a straight up fucking punk ass predator, piece of shit, maggot motherfucker. It was a mouthful, but worth saying. Once a predator, always a predator. You're never going to change. And what's worse is parents are too stupid and foolish to consider this because, well, he gave me $1,000. Oh, he gave me 10,000. Oh, he got me a bra. Why is he get? Why should it's just weird. It's just really fucking strange. A man cares so much about women's apparel. That is just weird too. It's just weird. I mean, if I had a wife or a girlfriend and she said, "Honey, I need a bra. I need this. I need that. I need woman things." Okay, here you go. I'll give you the money. You can go get it because you know what to get. Or if I'm familiar or if I'm aware with what she needs, or if I'm aware of what she needs, I'll go and get it myself without shame. But I mean, when you admit on a podcast, when you and like laughably, you come on a podcast and you say, "Oh, I got kicked out of a homeless shelter for sexual harassment, and I'll sexually harass anything." I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's comical. I don't think anything about that is funny. And, you know, if I were to do something like that, if I were to come on YouTube and say, "Yeah, man, I sexually harass somebody, and I will sexually harass anything because I feel that I'm untouchable. I feel that no one can hurt me, I'm invincible, that no one's gonna, you know," I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when you make it known that you extort women, you exploit women, you sexually harass, which makes you, by definition, a predator, and when you're just a disgusting person, period. That's it. And you've been conning people for years, and hopefully your reign of chicanery comes to an end, because we don't need you. We never needed you. "Oh, but Jered, he got the kids on the Ellen show." I don't fucking care. Ta-da! Because Ellen must be a real piece of shit, too, if she's going to allow for predators to come on her show. But anyway, I'm going to be in all kinds of trouble now. I'm going to be in all kinds of trouble with this video. I'm bankrupt on fucks to give, and yeah, whatever. I just wasted almost an hour. Actually, not even an hour. I'm only about 43 minutes into the video, but Dad and Amy are still asleep, and I'm just gonna probably just wrap it up. I think it's raining outside. It sounds like rain tapping at the... might be. I don't know. It's a gloomy day. Actually, I can even check real quick. I can check the radar and see if... let's see here. Let's check it out. Is it raining? No, wow, there's actually a long line of thunderstorms. Not in Michigan, though. Not in Michigan. Although there is a flood warning for Huron County. Until 11:15, it's 10:17, so a little under an hour. 10:01, local law enforcement officials reported flooding across the warned area. This is Huron County, Michigan, by the way. Radar rainfall estimates between 3 and 6 inches of rain fell across the area overnight. Damn! That's a lot of fucking rain. There have been a couple reports in the Philly and Kindy areas of close to 8 inches of rain. Holy shit. Most of this rain fell over a 3 to 5 hour time period overnight. It's a lot of fucking rain. That's almost a foot of rain. Some locations that are experiencing flooding include Bad Axe, Harbor Beach, Caseville, Port Austin, Port Hope, Pigeon, Elkton, Kindy, Verona, Helena, Redmond, or is it Helena? Helena, Redmond, Parisville, Huron City, White Rock, Rapson, Grindstone City, Bayport, Pinnebog, Ruth, and Port Crescent State Park. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles, which It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, but most people aren't rocket scientists, and most people are just stupid enough to drive through flooded roadways like idiots. Excessive runoff from last night's heavy rainfall is causing flooding of small creeks and streams, country roads, farmland, and other low-lying spots. So, showers and thunderstorms this morning. So it must have stormed again. Because radar is showing a line of storms, but it's all east of Michigan. Like it moved out over Ontario, Canada, and then it's coming down into like Findlay, Ohio, and Sandusky and Toledo and all that. So it must have stormed again overnight. And I just slept through it, which is fine. But anyway, that's all for this week's edition of the Sunday Video Update. I just have given you a weather report, and like I said, I'm gonna get all kinds of hate mail, email. I told you not to fucking mention my name in your video, and blah 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 blah. I'm gonna contact my lawyer, blah 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 blah. Well, people who see, I'm not slandering your name. Now, with Mike Tyson, it's not even slander because I'm speaking the truth. He admitted to it. Everything that I shared, that was an admission. That was a proclamation of what he actually did. He gleefully admitted it, so me sharing it is not slander. Me talking about him is not slander. Now, with Tom Mitchell, well, that's not slander either because, you know, I didn't say anything derogatory about him. He has a massive ego. Okay? That's not derogatory. That's a fact, you know? But whatever. But anyway, enough of that. I wasted nearly an entire hour talking about two individuals. Dad and Amy are still asleep, obviously, and I'm just sitting here rambling, and I don't know. I might as well just wrap this up. It's almost 10:30. I got the whole day, and I got to upload this video. I got to edit, upload, and that could take all day long. But anyway, everything here is good. I'm trying to stay in high spirits, and you know, I want to thank all my friends for the emails and the text messages and the PMs on Messenger. I appreciate all of your messages and all the love and support. My dad, he had to have his lungs checked last week in Saginaw. We're still waiting for the reports of that to come back, or the results, actually, I should say, the results of the x-rays to come back. We're still waiting for that. My mom had labs drawn, blood drawn. She was being tested for leukemia, and that came back positive, or not positive, it came back negative. I really got to slow down. But it came back negative. She doesn't have leukemia. So that's a plus. It's definitely a plus. So I haven't spoken to my mom in a couple weeks. I'm going to try to get a hold of her today, maybe get in touch with her today, find out what's going on. I don't know. I might make a trip up to see my mom. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But I'm going to get out of here because, like I said, it's going to take all day for this video upload. Daylight's burning. Dad and Amy will be up in a little while. Made a fresh pot of coffee. They'll be getting up, getting a cup very soon. So anyway, guys, that will do it for this week. I love you all so very much. Thank you for watching another installment of the Sunday Video Update. This is becoming like a weekly episodic thing that I enjoy doing very much. And you may agree with me on some things, or you may not agree with me on some things, and that's fine. You are, you know, free to disagree or agree with whatever I have to say. Email me if and I know I'm going to get emails from this video in particular because, yeah, I think I just opened the floodgates of hell. But that's fine. Like I said, I'm willing to have a discussion. I'm willing to have a back and forth. And so that's about it. My name is Jered Fuller, again for the second or maybe third time. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching another installment of Sunday Video Update. I will be back again next Sunday. I don't know when. I don't have a certain time that I have to do these, but sometime during the day on a Sunday. So I'll be here next week. Love you all. Take care. Peace out. And stay safe from coronavirus. Wash your fucking hands, all right? Take care.